Hey guys, what is up? I hope everybody is having an awesome day. Happy to be back with episode 17, part 2 of my golf vlog series. This time featuring the back nine at CROSSWATER Golf Club. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help me out. With that being said, let's get into the video. So this is a pretty good shot here. Put it right over that bunker. I found myself needing to hit a lot of irons off the tee, and as you can see here, I almost ran out of room. I got very close to that hazard. Luckily, the ball still had enough rough for it to stop. So I probably should have actually hit maybe a 6-iron off the tee. Because keep in mind, it's about 4,000 feet of elevation, so the ball is going very far. So I have my 64-degree wedge here. This is a new addition to the bag. I put it in for this round, and I'm still trying to get used to the feel of this club. I do think it could be a very good weapon in my bag, as I do find myself close to the green a lot of the time, and having a higher lofted club will allow me to get a little more spin on the ball and hold it better. However, that does also mean that I have a learning curve with it, trying to figure out the feel and the swing speed I need to get it to go a certain distance, because I hit this shot, I thought it was pretty good, and it was short and rolled back down the front, so I left myself a very disappointing putt left for birdie after that tee shot. Hit a really good putt though, so have about 3 feet left here to clean up for par. And knocked it right in, so pretty solid par to start off. And now on the hole 11, par 4, 480 yards. Probably the hardest hole on this side, in my opinion, because it was dead into the wind. And pulled this one a little bit. This was a really annoying wind too, because it wasn't super strong, but it was like so consistent. I was on this tee for probably at least a couple minutes because there was a group that had to clear. And it literally, I think it blew at least 8 to 10 miles an hour the entire time. It was very just consistent. It was kind of annoying. So hit it in the high stuff, but it's really actually not that bad. It's kind of just slightly higher than the rough. That did mean I wouldn't be able to get any spin on it, unfortunately. And so I hit this shot, landed a little bit past the pin, and it just ran. I thought this would be pretty close to the hole, maybe 20 feet, but as I got up there, I realized the green was cavernous, and I really used all of it to keep it on the green. So I have probably about a 40-footer here. A little bit of a tricky putt, a bit downhill. Definitely a putt you just want to cozy on up there and give yourself a stress-free par. And that's exactly what I did. And this is something that's nice to see, because I have struggled with speed a lot in the past. And as I'm going into the summer, I am starting to give a more serious thought into pursuing golf a little more seriously, so that's a good thing to do. So this is 687 yards, and this was into the wind. So I had my work cut out for me. I was going to go for it. Hit a perfect drive down the center. You can see here as I drive up, you can see where that ball is, just literally dead center of the fairway. Absolutely perfect. And yeah, that was beautiful. So now I have 320 yards left with my 2-iron, and I am going to absolutely rip this, so sound up. And the line was perfect, but if you guys look at the ball speed, I sculled it just a bit. That ball speed should have been about 184, 185 miles an hour. I think if I had it at that speed, it would have gotten there. This was right at the flag. Unfortunately, it was just a bit short, just a couple yards short of the front edge of the green, unfortunately. If it wasn't a headwind, or if I had caught that 2-iron flush, I definitely think I would have gotten there in 2. So that was a little disappointing. It would have been pretty cool to say I reached that green with a 2-iron, but hit a great chip, and it ran a little bit to the left though, so I kind of gave myself a little bit more to work with than I wanted. About 4.5 feet left, so trying to just brush this one in for a birdie. Yeah, that's what I did. So didn't hit the green in 2, but I came away with my 4, and that's probably the most important part. So in the red numbers now, which is awesome. This is definitely not an easy course, and I'm really happy with how I've been playing so far today. I really felt just solid over the ball all day. This was a course that I was really comfortable playing. And didn't hit a very good shot here. Caught it a little bit heavy, flared it out to the right. It was a good miss considering how I hit the shot. So that's another thing I'm pretty happy with, is my misses are starting to improve, and they're starting to give me better chances to get up and down. Like right here, if you had a tour player here, I bet you he'd get up and down somewhere between 60 to 80% of the time, maybe more. So I have been judging putting on this, but I've also been trying to set up my shot so that my misses are better. Unfortunately, there's only so much you can do when it's their first time playing a golf course. This one I thought I hit a good shot, but I just had so long to run it that I didn't fly it far enough into the green. So I had a pretty long par putt left, and yep, gave it right back. As you guys know, that is a pattern in my game. It's something else I'm really going to be working on, and I think it has a lot more to do with mental game than anything, because I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with a man by the name of Dr. Bob Rotella. He's a very renowned sports psychologist. I actually worked with him a lot when I was a junior, and when I started working with him when I was about 15 or 16, the weekend I started working with him, I played, if you guys know the AJGA tournaments, the week after I started working with him, I finished second in an AJGA Open tournament. I think I shot 68, 76, 72. And almost won that. And then that night I flew to the Callaway Junior World Championships out in Torrey Pines, which, by the way, I will do a golf vlog there at Torrey Pines South. And I think I shot 73, 72, 76, 75. And we were playing like 7,300 yards at the age of 15, 16. I think I finished 19th. So he really got my head on straight. And that was probably one of my best stretches of golf ever. So it just goes to show, when you get your head on straight, the kind of golf you're able to play. And that's something I think is definitely something I can work on a lot, and that's definitely, I'm going to invest a lot of time into working on my mental game, because I do think it can be improved very dramatically, and I think it'll have a big effect on my scores, because I do think the game's there. I really think my golf game, the quality of the game, is where I was when I was a college player. I just got to get my head working better, so that's what I have to say about that. And now on the 15. So again, playing placement golf here. Do my best to figure out the course as I'm playing it, and put pretty much perfect spot here in the center of the fairway. And that's really what I've been trying to do, is just place the ball around the course and attack when I have a wedge in my hand. And you can see here, just carried it over that bunker. Absolutely perfect position here. And that's something I'm definitely proud of from this round. I really did hit a pretty good amount of fairways. I think I hit 7 or 8 fairways, which for me is a lot. Because it's no coincidence that I did have iron in my hand a lot off the tee, but it definitely did call for that shot. So now 54-degree wedge, 113 yards. I'm just trying to bring it in from the right. And I thought this was perfect, but it landed really, really hard. And I came up to the green, and I saw that the green was sloped front to back, so it took a pretty big kick far down to the left. And I got a little bit more than I wanted to coming back. So it looks like about 25, 20 feet here. So really am trying to make this putt. This would be a great putt to make. And just stayed a bit high. I thought I had a good putt there, and it just missed. But, you know, you're going to miss those a lot when you're that far away. All you can do is really do what you do there and give yourself a good run at it, and then whatever happens, happens. And now hole 16, par 5, 598 yards, hitting a 5-iron off the tee here. And I ended up flaring this right into the hazard, and I deserve this, because you can see the fairway. There's a second fairway way out there at about 350 carry. I should have just bombed it all the way into that next fairway and had myself like 120 yards left, but I was just kind of playing scared. You can see the fairway out there. That was only about a 340, 350 carry, which would have been easy with this elevation. And I kind of played scared golf and flared it out to the right, and that sucked. So took a drop and hit another pretty poor shot. Pushed it out to the right again. And this is tough to watch, because I should have been birdieing this hole and looking at shooting a 69 or a 70 if I could finish strong. Instead, now I'm trying to get a par, and that's just completely unacceptable. And so again, another really, really bad shot. I've hit 3 bad shots in a row now and ran it through the green. I'm just kind of annoyed myself at this point. So now I'm trying to save bogey pretty much. So this is about probably 70, 80 feet, doing a little bit of link style putting here. And I would have probably typically chipped this, but at this point I was kind of a little frazzled, and I didn't even want to give myself the chance to chili dip it or skull it, because this was a pretty thin lie. So we hit a great putt though. That was the good thing. Got about 3.5 feet here left for bogey, and was able to stop the bleeding, fortunately. So the small consolation there was I did stop myself from having a total meltdown, but you can see, yeah, I'm not even able to take the ball out of the hole. So very, very poor 6. But you just can't let your guard down, or that can happen pretty quickly. So now in hole 17, and definitely not a let-up hole here. a little over 250 yards, par 3. And this was a bit of a headwind too, taking a 4-iron, choking down, taking a little bit off of it. And it's bleeding out to the right a bit. I did miss it in the right spot, but I was kind of annoyed because I really did want to tuck this in pretty close. It's landing on the back edge of the green and rolled through to the fringe a little bit. I couldn't putt it, obviously, so I had to hit a flop shot here, and got a lot of spin on it. And this looked good from the jump, and this one went in. And this was pretty awesome to get a shot back after that last hole. And I picked the camera up so you guys can see how it rolled in, and yeah, there she is at the bottom of the cup, or I guess the bottom of that tall cup. So now at hole 18, somehow got that shot back and then 456 yards and sound up. So another 5-iron off the tee. And I know you guys like watching me hit driver, so I do try to hit driver as much as I can, but at the same time, I know you guys also want me to shoot good scores. So I try to walk that line of get people wanting to watch me shoot good scores and people wanting me to just bomb it down the fairway. So I do hit driver when I can. I probably do still play a lot more aggressive than I typically would. And yeah, so I try to walk that line as best I can. It's 134 yards. Didn't have a very good lie. Caught this a bit heavy. You guys can see the smash factor's way down there. Fortunately did fly pretty far and ran out a bit, so it wasn't a totally disastrous shot. So I have about 30 feet or so to get in at a 1 under par 35, which would be a 71 for the round, which would be one of my best rounds for sure on this series. And made a good putt. Left it about 2 feet short, so I will knock that in for an even par 72. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.